Well, I think the jury's still out. I think clearly the Chinese, at least heretofore, had not offered the requisite transparency that we need.
You have seen, I imagine, the WHO statement out of Wuhan or out of China today saying that they do not believe that the coronavirus was the result of a lab leak. You will also know, having been alive for the last year, that the previous administration, including the previous Secretary of State, had suggested on numerous occasions that the virus may have gotten out as a result of a leak from a lab. The WHO statement or finding, whatever you want to call it, today says that that does not appear to be the case, and so I'm wondering what you guys make of this.
Well, Matt, when it comes to the report you're alluding to, or the findings you're alluding to, I think in the first instance we look forward to receiving the report and the data from the WHO investigation. Broadly speaking, we have expressed our concerns regarding the need for full transparency and access from China and the WHO, access from China and the WHO to all information regarding the earliest days of the pandemic. It's imperative that the world learns as much as possible about the earliest days of the COVID-19 pandemic so that we can understand its origins. And so importantly, we can prevent future biological catastrophes. Now, you referenced statements from the previous administration. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this department on January 15th put out a fact sheet, and in that fact sheet, it was not conclusive regarding the origins of the coronavirus. So where we are today is that we look forward to receiving this report and the full data and to digging into that ourselves, knowing that we do need that full transparency.
Okay, well, so you put a premium on full transparency thus far, and recognizing that it is not finished yet. Are you satisfied? Are you pleased with the transparency that the Chinese have given to the WHO team?
Well, I think the jury's still out. I think clearly the Chinese, at least heretofore, had not offered the requisite transparency that we need, and that just as importantly, again, the international community needs, so that we can prevent these sorts of pandemics from ever happening again. This goes back to one of the very first actions that President Biden took as president when he re-engaged with the WHO. Look, we know that there needs to be international cooperation if we are going to be able to be in a position to staunch future outbreaks or epidemics before they become pandemics. The WHO is leading this investigation. We clearly support this investigation. We recognize there's an urgent need for an investigation, but I wouldn't want to be conclusive yet about any sort of cooperation that the WHO may or may not have received from China.
But thus far, are you pleased with the cooperation that you have seen that they have gotten? Or
again, I wouldn't want to be conclusive before we've seen the report. I think it's premature for us to go there. Yes.
Same topic. As Matt referenced, the Secretary Blinken's predecessor had said there was enormous evidence supporting the lab theory
Is it the secretary's view that that's not the case, that there's not enormous evidence?
The secretary's view is the view of the department, and that is that we need to see this report. We look forward to seeing this report. We're supportive of the WHO investigation. And I think more broadly, too, we can speak to our own efforts. We will work with our partners and also draw on information collected and analyzed by our own intelligence community. To evaluate the report once we've received it, as well as the data from the WHO evaluation. So, look, I think rather than rush to conclusions that may be motivated by anything other than the science, we want to see where that data leads us, where that science leads us, and our conclusions will be predicated on that.